Wikileaks has released classified documents on CIA spying during the 2012 election in France. The US intelligence agency reportedly targeted the current and also former French presidents. Let's go live to London now, and our correspondent, Anastasia Churkina. Nastia, good to see you again. Whenever these things come out, there's always a lot to wade through, I know. Have you been able to glean anything so far?
Right, Colin, well, we're certainly analyzing the documents right now very carefully, and we'll be updating in terms of what exactly we are able to find within the information that has been released by Wikileaks. But it seems at this point that we can tell you that it's quite straightforward in the sense of being quite a major revelation, just like Julian Assange had promised ahead of 2017. He said it would be a big year for Wikileaks again, and this is certainly not a light set of documents that they have published just within the last hour. Now, especially considering in light of the current situation with so many trying to accuse Russia of getting involved and meddling in certain elections in other countries. Now, this specific latest set of leaks involves the CIA, and what WikiLeaks says the documents are proving is that the CIA had actually been ordered to conduct a spying campaign for as much as 7 months ahead of the 2012 presidential election in France. Now, specifically in a press release that they have tweeted earlier tonight, quote, all major French political parties were targeted for infiltration by the CIA's human and electronic spies in the 7 months leading up to France's 2012 presidential election, end quote. And certainly in these documents that have been released today, WikiLeaks makes it quite obvious by publishing them that the order, according to these 3 classified orders that were released, was to watch the political parties of then President Nicolas Sarkozy, then presidential candidate François Hollande, and a set of other parties in France. And specifically what we have been able to gauge from what has been released is that the interest involved quite a huge scope, from political strategies to internal communications of presidential candidates at the time, ordering the CIA officials to investigate issues such as interaction with their own advisors, to opinions on the other candidates involved in the campaign, to how the candidates were funded, as well as views on the French economy, views on the US, views on the Greek crisis. So, as you can understand, quite a considerable scope of factors that were being investigated by the CIA during this 2012 presidential election campaign cycle in France, according to this latest batch of documents released by Wikileaks.